Hey out there everybody, it's James here at InHome Golf, and we are in Toronto where it is still winter, and we are putting in a really cool golf simulator in a really interesting space. A client has a little bit of challenges with the space. We're going to take a look at what the design started out with, and then how we finished it. It's a pretty cool exercise. Let's take a look. Hello out there, it's James here at InHome Golf. Today we're putting a simulator in this room here. As you can see, there is some ductwork here and some odd-shaped spaces in the room, which make it difficult to put in a square screen. So we've already gotten started, and we've added in some fill here and there so that we can create a square to put the screen in. It's not as wide as we would have liked to have in most places, but the truth is most places will work if you just have a little creativity. So simulator screens are by nature rectangular. So when you have ductwork like this, you've got to design it such that the screen essentially gets smaller, but that the parts that jut out are properly padded because they're a danger to deflect golf balls. So you've got to cover up all those parts. And then the client had this cool idea. What if we took the sidewalls and added colorful panels? And he managed to arrange for images from Augusta 18th tee, left and right hand sides. Here's what it actually looks like when we were done. We took these giant panels and applied them over a 2-inch thick padded wall surface. So when you stand there to hit a ball, you've got the left side and the right side of the 18th tee at Augusta National, and it kind of feels like everybody's waiting for you to hit down the center, which is the screen. So it's a really cool effect and pretty easily done. Hey Greg, how you doing?
Excellent, James.
Great. So we finally got this room wrapped up, but why don't we talk a little bit about where we started with this and what your vision was for the space?
Okay. I love golf. I'm the type of guy who go down to the docks and, in freezing cold under the heater and hit balls whenever I could, when it wasn't 20 below. And always dreamed of being able to do that in our house. So we lived here, I think, about 13 or 14 years. It was an old house with about a 7-foot ceiling. So we started talking about doing a renovation. And early on, my only focus was, or the only room I cared about, I said, oh, I'd love to have a golf room when it was all said and done. So it was a matter of digging, a really deep basement. So you'd have the clearance for things. And it's not a limitless space, it's kind of tight. But I think I reached out to James to you a while back through your website, heard you on the radio and News Talk 1010 in the mornings, and started trading messages, and that was long before we started our reno, but reached out to you when the time to pull the trigger came about, and so we started chatting about what was possible, and yeah, it's been a pleasure all the way along.
Cool.
Yeah.
And let's talk a little bit about these wall panels, because I can see it behind you, this great image on the wall. So tell me about that.
Yeah. One of the things when we were discussing or different places I'd seen, like the image on the screen always jumps out at you when you're in a simulator, but the side options, it's like the turf or it's black, or so I don't know. I'd been down to practice rounds at the Masters, and I just thought, like, with so much going on the screen, why not make it look like, it's fill that space with tree lined, and this is the 18th hole on a Sunday at the Masters.
What beautiful photographs, right?
Yeah.
So you've got these big images on the side, people looking down the fairway, and of course you're playing down the middle of it. It's a great setup.
Yeah, and so this isn't, but whatever course you're playing, you're surrounded. It makes you feel like you're at a golf course hitting it down the tee.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And you've been using OptiShot here for a while. Now you had this before you got started.
I hadn't really set it up, and for me, it's social. I love to just swing the club, hit it. The feedback for me right now is enough. You come through, it gives you club head speed, open face, closed, over the top, inside out, whatever. So it's just about, it's exercise. Like, it was funny, last week, the golf was on the TV here, and from Hawaii.
Right there on the TV.
Yeah, it's on the TV, so I'm watching Kapalua, and I'm playing the course. I played 2 rounds one night.
Beautiful.
Watching it, and you see how they play it, and you're visualizing, and you hit some good ones, hit some bad ones, but
Amazing.
you feel like you're there. And so, like you're saying, it's not the biggest thing in the world, but it's free swing. I've got buddies down here. Like, this is going to be
Well,
fun
what if
place.
you grab the club and hit a shot for us?
Yeah.
All right, so this is now going to be the first shot you've taken with the simulator complete, right? With
Yes.
the screen fully tightened and the new images on the walls and everything else. So let's give it a shot. Now you're not using a real ball here.
There's
this
pressure.
is a whip.
Yeah, it's kind of like that half-weight foam one.
Right, but you can use a real ball here.
Absolutely. No, I look
Okay.
forward to that. I don't think I have any clean ones here. I know you're saying about don't mark up the screen with
Don't
old
use
balls.
dirty balls in your
Yeah, so-
simulator. Keep
No,
your
no,
balls clean.
That will not happen.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Nice. All right, 177 to the green. So let's see you put it up on the green.
Yeah, so here we go. Oh,
Little shy of the green, but it's okay.
a little short.
So the lesson is you might not have unlimited space, but with the proper planning and a little bit of design work, you can work with what you've got and build a really cool spot that you can call your own. Greg and his family are loving this space. They're using it all the time, and they're going to keep using it, and it'll be an amazing amenity in their home for a long time to come.